Gentlemen, are we ready to begin?
Yes, we are. Definitely.
My guest today is a phenomenal bodybuilder by the name of Yasir Khan. And when I visited his gym here in Dubai, I was blown away because Yasir Khan has built the most advanced gym I've ever laid eyes on. Unlike typical fitness trainers, Yasir emphasizes the importance of mindset in his training. And in this episode, you'll be exploring the mindset that it takes to get fit and build the body of your dreams. Yasir will also be taking us on a tour of his unique gym, where we'll get to witness the Rolls Royce of gym equipment. I'm so thrilled to have Ronan Diego on this episode of the Mindvalley Show. Ronan is the Director of Health Programming at Mindvalley. He's the creator of Mindvalley's intermittent fasting program, Beyond Fasting, Mindvalley's home workout program, and one of the co-creators, along with Lorenzo Delano, of Mindvalley's high-intensity interval training program, 10X. Both Ronan and Yasir have dedicated their lives to helping people achieve their health and fitness goals. And one of the things I want to acknowledge about these two gentlemen is that both of them came from really humble beginnings. Ronan was the son of an auto mechanic in Brazil. And I've heard your stories, Ronan, and it's equally as inspiring. How you came from a developing country, pulled yourself up and became the teacher and the trainer and the legend that you are today. And it's the same with you, Yasir Khan. So I just want to say, so proud of you and impressed by the fact that you guys came from those beginnings, literally sweeping the floor of a gym. I grew up as a kid in Malaysia, and I came from equally humble beginnings. And I think what is inspiring about that is that not everyone watching today has the luxury of growing up in the West or the United States or coming from a family of money.
Yeah.
And I think your story and Ronan's story is really inspiring.
First of all, thank you very much for having me here, and thank you very much for actually picking out the beginning and the root of my journey. And that is, of course, my past. So basically, when I was 4 years old, I was sent to live in madrasa, and I have studied in different madrasas. Madrasa is Islamic boarding school, from the age of 4 till the age of 13. So all those 9 years, hardships, difficult times, I faced everything. And then when I got to 13, I realized that, okay, now I want to move on in my life somehow. From that time, I started training. And the training part was I was at the urge of giving up on my life entirely, like just finishing it. And when I reached to that point, and like when you're that vulnerable that you have zero control over your mind and your body, either you will finish it or you will just find that one point that come back. And I found that point with pain. I was ready to give a lot of pain to myself, but my body was not communicating with me. I was trying, and I used to wear glasses, thick glasses, and I used to constantly cut my ear when I was that younger. And I used to constantly rub this nose with the glasses, just like that, the psyche. Because I was unable to communicate with people. I was unable to communicate with my parents and anyone. And I was just a very quiet and very angry child. When I reached 13, a drunkard man, ran after me in the park. I was just coming from madrasa. So he was running after me, and I was like, he's a drunkard man. He's skinny guy, he's running after me faster than me, and I'm just good for nothing. I reached home and I was sweating, and there was a mirror in front of me. I still remember exactly. I looked in my eyes and I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? No one cares, no one understands. He has no base, no connection with people. Everyone is just treating me like I'm just nothing, including my parents. And it's just a lack of communication. I looked in my eyes and dripping sweat. Constantly, I just dropped on the ground, and I started doing push-ups without any form, without anything, and I just kept pushing myself just to do push-ups. I don't exactly remember how many I did, but I just did till I felt nothing, and then I slept. And the next morning, I got up full sore,
Right.
and I could feel my body, and I feel now there is a response. Something responded to me, and that's my own self. And seriously, no one is responding because everyone is just ordering me to follow and to do things. And now something actually understood what I want. And that's my body, that's myself. And that was the time I started doing push-ups for a couple of months. And then I moved to a gym. I had no money to pay. And I said, I will do anything, whatever you want. I can clean the floor, I can do this, I can do that. And that's how I started.
So you started as a cleaner in a gym.
Yeah.
sweeping the floors and
Yeah,
cleaning
everything,
the sweat machinery.
filling water, sweeping, cleaning the floor, building equipment. So that's why the equipment, the biomechanics came from that time, because I used to build with the cement.
Right.
And carry like a box, like those small steel jars, and then put the cement in them, and then put like one pipe in between, the water pipe in India. I used to measure the weight, okay, how many kgs, 5 kgs, 10 kgs, 20 kgs, and that's how I started lifting. I understood in a very young age that in order to grow in my life, I need people to trust me, because I don't have anyone to back up. I don't have anything to show that this is my education qualification, and to just like, you can leave the gym on me. Then that's what happened. They started giving me the key. Okay, you open and close. That was the main point that I started from the scratch. Yeah.
Wow, so that is crazy inspiring. Ronan, would you mind introducing your story? How did you start out down this path from Brazil?
In Brazil, we have this thing that we call the culture of the body, right? You go to the beach and everybody looks like a fitness magazine cover. It's impressive. Is the standard over there. And so even in the TV shows, the body is very well sculptured, and so a lot of people have a standard for the body, and it's part of the popular culture. So I grew up in Brazil. I was a child who was bullied because I was too small, too skinny, too slow, too weak. And I had this dream that I want to become Conan the Barbarian, right? And my parents didn't agree me that I would go to the gym, because they thought, people who go to the gym are the ones that don't have brains. If you have a brain, you're gonna become a good student. You only can go to the gym when you can make your own decisions when you turn 18. The day that I turned 18, my dad asked me, so what do you want for your birthday? Do you want us to start working on your driving license? No. I want the gym subscription. It was the cheapest gym that I could find. At some point we couldn't afford, so I was working in the gym of my university. And then eventually I started working in a research project. I was a mechanical engineering student. I started working in a research project as a research developer, a research supporter, so I could make $300 per month, so I could pay for my own training, because I had this connection, and I need to transform my body. This is how I started with fitness.
That is amazing, Ronan. I love that story. And again, huge admiration for both of you guys for coming from such like basic beginnings and then becoming the men that you are today. Now, let's talk about the gym. I want you to give us a tour.
This place, you need to follow me for that. And as you see, on your right hand side, this is the tennis court we are building right now. On your left hand side, this is my office area, this entrance, and this is the whole TYB gym inside. This warehouse is the boxing area, ice bath, recovery area, and group classes as well. That is the paddle courts. So we have 2 paddle courts and 1 tennis court. This is the entrance of the TYB, and the gym is inside. This is the TYF, the Transform Your Food restaurant. The mosque is right there. It looks beautiful, stunning. And that black warehouse over there is your online training studio and the trainers area.
And the total square feet is 85,000.
85,000 square feet.
And this is still under construction, but the main gym is already existing.
Yes. So we have half the places up and running right now.
When me and Ronan checked out the main gym was exquisite and fully functioning.
Yes.
So people who want to just go and work out there can already visit the main gym.
Yes, they can visit.
And I just want to say, any of you visiting Dubai is such a cosmopolitan city. So many people pass through Dubai. Please make this a stop. If you love gyms, if you love working out, when you walk into this gym, it's going to blow you away. Make it a stop. And is there a way that people could get a day pass or something to try it out?
Yes. They can just reach out to me through the website or through my Instagram and just drop me a message, and they will get a day pass.
Okay. Now, Yasir, tell us about the land that this gym is on, because you're in a very exquisite, unique piece of land. Looking up ahead, I see this gorgeous, absolutely stunning mosque that looks like a work of art. Tell us about the mosque and how you got this land.
Me and my business partners, we were looking for a place since last 1 year. And we looked like every single warehouse, even the buildings, and we got tired. And then just this place came, and my business partner, she said let's go, and I want to show you this place. I just want to know that what you would say and how you would feel. Just feel it. Don't ask any question. Don't say anything. And I enter from the main entrance. I didn't look any side. I just started walking towards this mosque. And I walked there and I stood there, closed my eyes, and just felt. And I felt the pull that is pulling me. And I looked at her and I said, like, this is my place. Without knowing the cost, without knowing the contracts, without knowing anything. And this was the biggest place I have ever seen. And I said, like, this is my place. That's it. And we start the fight from that time.
But surely you needed to raise money to build a gym on this exquisite plot of land. How much, if you don't mind me asking, what did it cost to build this facility?
So it's still, we are still, the work is on and the construction is on, but the budget is like over 30 million.
30 million AED.
AED.
Right? AED. That's Emirati currency. So that would be about between 8 to 10 million euros. So that's a lot for a gym. But
one of the things you need to understand is the whole place is designed on the base of NLP and Stoicism. So basically, in today's time, a lot of people and a lot of coaches are there for NLP, and people believe in NLP in today's time. But according to me, NLP is the scientific process of the Stoicism mindset and the Stoicism philosophy. So the Stoic philosophy, which I read, which I follow a lot, that's the whole idea of this place. And then when I built it in this design, this becomes more of an NLP base. So the reason why it's like this, the way you see around you, is like all the arrows and all these quotes and everything, because I wanted people to not just train their body, but at the same time, you are going to train your mind. So your subconscious mind is constantly receiving, because I strongly believe anything you see on social media, anything you see on television, magazines, everywhere, even you're just like turning pages or you're just scrolling down, you don't need to discuss everything with people or talk about it, but even if your eyes are receiving something, the information, it stays in your subconscious mind.
Fascinating. So just a quick definition, NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It is a way of training the mind right at the subconscious level to take on different beliefs, different attitudes. When you think about Tony Robbins, he's the master of NLP. If you've ever attended a Tony Robbins event, Tony is applying NLP consistently, right? He's one of the top NLP trainers in the world. So you're bringing NLP and Stoicism into the gym.
Yes.
So physical space.
Yes, exactly. It's a physical space of like this for your subconscious mind to train. So if you see these arrows, you'll count the big arrows are in the gym area are like 8. And if you see why the 8, because if you start from here, 3 are this side and 3 are on the other side. And where the 7th one come, there is written like, we are just getting started, because I'm saying this line, we are just getting started since last over a decade now. Because I always believe no matter what I achieve is like, I'm ready for the next one.
I love
ready for the next one. So that's why we are just getting started. Because if you see the law of universe is we are just getting started, because we are just like moving from one energy to another, and we are never ending. And that's why these 8 arrows, because if you write 8, it's a sign of infinity, right? And then you see on this black wall where it's transformation has no finish line, because it's the constant process. And I want people to completely surrender to this system and understand that their mind can achieve anything and everything. Only if they agree and they understand and they don't fall for these small little things, that the external things.
Right.
More they believe in the internal growth.
That's fantastic. One of the things that struck me about the gym were the arrows and the quotes on the wall. And now I understand that there is a meaning behind all of that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to give you a tour of 3 unique features of this gym. The first is going to be the mind room. We're going to explore that first. This is going to blow you away. Then you're going to see how Yasir actually worked with an Italian gym equipment manufacturer to customize machines to create radically new types of gym equipment that don't exist anywhere else, but are optimized for results and safety. And third, you're going to see the Rolls Royce of gym equipment. This blew us away. Let's go on a tour.
So now I'm going to show you something very special, and that's a mindset workshop. That's what I do. Like I train the subconscious mind, and I have created something extraordinary for my clients in this area. Basically, when I started this training mind, it was just like one-on-one consultation, and then it turned into in a notebook, and then a small sheet, and then the bigger sheet. And then now I have the whole entire room. This is my stuff. This is the office area. This is the entire back-end office to support the clients, and the whole programming actually happens here. From the nutritionist to the psychologist, everyone sits here. This is the special room which I'm going to take you in. I know it's a little dark inside. Just wait for a bit. One by one, you can see these different lights. If I want to hold your subconscious mind in this small room, your brain functions in steps. If I will give shock to your brain, you will not understand anything. That's why once all the lights, and the second switch is for half the lights, third switch is just for the 10% of the lights, and then that will also go off. Then you have the starry lights, because you are connecting with nature.
You're putting people almost into an altered state.
Yes, exactly.
What happens then when you get people into this really blissful, otherworldly state?
You need to understand that changing habits and changing lifestyle is one of the most difficult thing, especially when you are 30 plus years old. Very few I have under 30. If you have lived your life in a certain way, you have habits, you have surroundings, your brain functions in a very different way. Your subconscious mind is trained to function that way. Now, if you want the transformation, what do you need very first to change that subconscious mind, to change your habits, to change your lifestyle? And you cannot change that just by starting working out and following a diet, because it will not sustain if you have not changed the way you think. So in order to change the way you think, I have created this place. Now, when you are in that state, what you just asked me, that is the state where you are neutral. You don't know about what happened to you and what the way you live. You are ready to take everything. You're ready to learn now. And then I start my mindset workshop here. And then from there, I start training people and teaching people that how you can work on your subconscious mind, because I believe everything your subconscious mind it comes from the surrounding, and surrounding is not just the people or your 5 friends, what you always read as in the quotes and on social media. You are what your 5 friends are. That's not the only thing. The people you follow on social media, the books you read, the movies you watch, the way you think, the kind of food you eat, and even the colors you select to wear on a daily basis, that builds your subconscious mind. So it's that detail, and it's your story, your parents, your genetics, your genes, and in the city. Why did I choose to live in Dubai? So like that is also my information is there in my subconscious mind. When you're driving constantly, what you see around you.
Right.
So all that is very, very important in order to change your habits and your lifestyle.
And I remember that when I first met you, you're saying that the way that you started working with clients is that you would get people to come see you for at least once.
Yeah.
And you would choose the people who did not want to know anything about fitness. It's not the client that says, I want to transform my body, I'm ready for you. So you would get people that didn't like fitness at all. They didn't like health at all. And it brought them as almost as a conversion type of process. What did you learn on the mindset aspect by working with people that initially didn't want or didn't care about health and fitness or had difficulty working with them?
Yeah. So this I started like when I came to Dubai, and to be honest, I was just like working on my own. I had no support, no background, no friends, no connection, nothing. And I thought like, how will I build myself or my name, and how will I achieve anything in this city, in this country? This is like too fast paced for me, and I don't think like I'm fitting in here. Then I started targeting people who were the most difficult to work with. And no one wanted to work there, like headache. Like they would not pay for fitness. They would not follow anything. They would not stick to their plan. I said, like, that's it. If I can transform this person, it means what I do is like people will recognize. I'll be recognized for what I do. I'll be known for my work. Because if I can help this person, first of all, it will be good for this person, this particular person. It will be good for me. And it will also be good for everyone, because the people who are the gym members in the UAE are just 5%. And those 5% who are actually regular, 2%. And now if they are just 2% people who are actually regular, now what do you expect, like how the whole nation will become fit and how the whole nation will live a better life? Because 95% people are not a part of gyms, or maybe after COVID, they started doing online stuff and all that. But there's a lot of big numbers, they are not. So my focus was like, these are the people who are difficult to deal with and they don't want to pay, they don't want to work. I started training people free of cost. I said like, I want to help you, but there is a commitment you have to give me. I will not charge anything. Once you get transformed, then you can pay if you can afford. Otherwise, it's for me. You will be my
Guinea pig.
yeah, just like my visiting card, that what I do, you can describe that to people. And that's how I took people, and I started working like 16, 17 hours a day and started adding more and more people. And I said like, the time I will start getting paid, I will remove, and I say like, okay, fine, now this is what I'm going to make. That's how I started. So right now what TYB program is, it came from there. So everything, whatever you see in my office, that I have such a huge team, I was doing all alone everything. So from scheduling to the nutrition program to the mindset coaching to the training to the stretching and recovery to even giving the pep talk to listening to their issues in their life, why they're unable to follow diet, why they're unable to stick to the plan, to even becoming their surrounding, going out with them, meeting them, talking to them. So I had to do all of that. Even sometimes I had to pick and drop clients. And today, the TYB program has all these elements. So I just made it bigger, bigger, bigger from that mindset. And that's what I learned, that when you are working with difficult people, you need to understand it's not just one person you're transforming. She or he has a friend, the whole friend circle, family, which they all have tried and they all live the same life. So if you can change just one person from that, you are going to impact everyone's life, because everyone is connected.
That is a really important point. There were studies that shown that if you look at the top 5 people closest to you, and amongst those top 5 people, there's a high rate of obesity, you are more likely to become obese. Likewise, if your top 5 people are extremely healthy, you are going to get healthy.
Yes.
This really, really, really matters. When you commit to your fitness, it's going to impact the lives of your children, of your spouse, of your partner.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know, someone who joins your training program, when you were talking to me, you told me you could help me put on 2 kilograms of muscle in 60 days, working out 4 to 5 hours a week, right? Now, 2 kilograms of muscle is huge. It would completely transform my body. And I'm curious to know, not about the exact exercise routines, but if I was one of your clients, what would be the mindset shifts that you would put in me? What would you be doing to my subconscious in that mysterious room?
So in that room, I mean, in this room, there are 20, 22 people sit. So I had the whole study research done before, because I'm doing this since last over 20 years, especially training people for their mind to achieve their transformation and transform body. Since last 7 years now. The whole design is there. My workshop is there, which I work with. Apart from that, I receive, when people sit with me, I receive their vibe and I receive how I can help them achieve their goals. So suppose someone like you, I would work with your energy, because you are very energetic. Right. You work longer hours. And so to give you that kind of results, what you're looking for, 2 kg of muscle mass, is to feed you more, a little extra, and to make you train just to the point, appropriate, like how much you required, and pull you a little lower with your energies and let your body talk.
What do you mean by that? Pull my energies lower and let my body talk.
So when it comes to your energies, so your energies, like you right now, what I see and what I observe is you burn more calories than what you consume, but what you consume, it needs to be like properly macro based, like the right amount of nutrients you need to have, like the higher protein, carbs and fat and everything, whatever you require at that time. But what happens, like when we are higher energy people, we need a lot of energy, but we don't see that from where it's coming. Calorie comes same like from the protein, from carbs, from fats. Like there are different kind of calories in that, different amount of calories, but calorie still is calorie.
Right.
So any calorie will give you energy, but to change your aesthetic, you need different kind of macros.
Got it. So give me an example of what are macros.
So macros is like your proteins are different, your fats are different. So there are different number of calories. Like protein has like 4 calories. Carbs has like.
So are there specific proteins that you'd recommend, specific fats that you'd recommend?
Yes.
Give us an example.
So one thing which I understood very late in my life, and many fitness experts also, like The fats are not bad. Sugar is bad.
Right.
Fats are good. And fats, I mean, now in today's time, every time I train legs, I need to have a steak. I need to have a big steak at night, like 300, 400 grams of a steak. Like if you see, it's like so many calories you're consuming. But yeah, that's the requirement of my body. The next day, I will be like fully charged up. But many people who want to drop weight, who wants to lose weight and body fat, they will completely cut off from fat because they understand to drop fat, you need to cut off fat. No.
That suffers from really poor branding.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
like you don't need to remove fat from your diet in order to remove fat from your body. You need to eat even more fat.
You need more fat.
Yes.
Right. So that's one of the things you will do. But tell me about the mindset training. What happens in that room?
Yeah.
What happens in that room? What are you going to be doing to my mind and to the minds of people who are watching so that they become diligent, they become optimized, they don't want to
Yeah.
skip a gym routine? I'm curious about that.
Here, it's like my own life is the case study of how the brain, how the mind works, like how especially the subconscious mind works. Because where I am from, my father is a farmer, my mother is a librarian, and the surrounding I had was like none of this what I have today. So when I was just 13 years old, I was along working with in the gym. I started selling milk door to door, and I started working at a bookstall. When I was working at a bookstall, I didn't know how to read English, how to speak. So I was just seeing these pictures and the cover pages of different magazines, and I loved that. I was like, I wanted to be on the cover page of Men's Health. And so I used to tear those pages and just stick on the walls because we lived in a very small apartment, like 400 square feet, something. And I just had there was no rooms, no walls, just a small corner. So in that corner, I used to stick all these pictures. And when I was 13, and every time I used to I'm going to be on the cover page of Men's Health, people just used to make fun of me big time. When I used to run at 11, 12, sometimes 3 a.m., people used to come and throw a stone, spit on me, and just don't let me do what I want to do. Because they started calling me crazy. But I was like constantly seeing those pictures before I go to sleep.
Right.
And I achieved that goal when I turned 21.
You were on the cover of Men's Health.
I was on the cover page of Men's Health. When I achieved the cover page of Men's Health, so what exactly happened? So when I tell this story to my clients, what exactly happened in this, like I was constantly training my subconscious mind just before going to bed. I was looking at those pictures. So what happens when you sleep, your subconscious still stays awake and it works. Your neurons are working, right? And where it's working, whatever you are that interested, whatever you believe in, this becomes even more stronger. So for me, the most important time is in a day, right before you sleep and right after you wake up. These 2 points set the tone of what you're going to do in the day. That's very, very important. So that's what I did for those 8 years. And I was on the cover page of Men's Health. And these 8 years, I learned English. I traveled different cities. For Men's Health, I had to travel to three different cities and gave the audition. And then I got the cover page. So now I have created the whole program, like 5 minutes program that then I make my clients go through the whole process, like how you're going to visualize. So I start basically from the scratch, the time you're born, and I take you till now, today you're joining TYB, and the future, how you can achieve the best shape, the best version of
It's
you.
amazing. So they're practicing creative visualization
Yes.
to see the body of
Yes,
their dreams.
exactly.
And
So I make them see it, like how you're going to look like. What was your life before? What was your habits before?
now,
How you
do
build
this
those
once?
habits.
Do you do this once in your mind training room, or is this a protocol that they do weekly?
So I do this once in the mindset workshop, and then after that I give them the homework to do it every night.
Every night
Every
before they go
night,
to
yeah.
bed. That's amazing. What else happens in the mindset workshop?
And then I make them write down their goal settings. So the goals, they write down that how much weight or how much body fat percentage they are going to drop on a weekly basis. And then I have the whole team to do the follow-ups with them as accountable partner, as the transformation journey partner. And then everyone did just write down, suppose if someone who is like 120 kgs,
Right.
how this person is going to come down to 60 kg or 70 kgs, whatever the goal is, and how long it's going to take. So I create the whole journey. I have created these booklets where they write down and they take it with them. Then I make them write down your old habits you want to leave behind and the new habits you want to adopt. Put this accountability in them, that how you're going to inspire people, because I believe in today's time, social media is such a strong platform to inspire people and to connect with like-minded people. If you are in a journey, don't hold it to yourself. The more you will spread it out, the more you will talk to people, the more you will be constantly transforming, because I am the example of that. If I was just holding on to myself, I would not be where I am today.
Beautiful. I love that. Now, let's actually go into the gym. So, one of the things you did is you worked with an Italian manufacturer of gym equipment. What is that company's name?
Panatta.
You went to the Panatta factory in Italy
Yeah.
and you helped work with them as an expert to customize and get their machines to the next level.
Yes.
Let's show us some of the machines.
When I got my amazing business partners and they say like, Yasir, you have a crazy mindset and a crazy vision. We want to help you. I know this is crazy because I have tried since last 10 years and no one agreed to do the way I want to do it. And I did not do their way. I waited for 10 years just to find the right people to work with me. And this is like, do whatever you want and we will help you with that. I was like, fine, crazy. Then I started research that what are the companies are there. There are amazing companies, beautiful brands, great marketing. And I found one company which is like in Apiro, small and not a great marketing and all that. But then I found like something is different here. Something is very unique. I went there. I met Rudy and the family, Eduardo. And I said like, show me around. Show me your place. Show me your house. He took me to his tour. I saw the great library. I saw one thing very unique, that I'm the only person who had 3,000 plus magazines. 3,000 plus magazines, without even knowing the language. I didn't even know how to read.
What do you mean you had 3,000 plus magazines?
3,000 plus fitness and bodybuilding magazines I had. I had the same encyclopedia in 3 different versions and 3 different copies.
Wow. Okay.
So I was just collecting. I was a collector because I was just fascinated by the bodies and the
you
aesthetics.
soaked up knowledge everywhere.
Everywhere. So then I saw that he has even the bigger library. I was like,
has more
that's
magazines
it.
than you
I
have.
was like, more
Found the
magazines?
guy.
1952, 1950, Frank Zane and all the black and white. Some magazines were like hardly 8 pages
And this
in
is the
those
guy
days.
designing the
Yeah.
equipment.
And that, till now, I did not even see the factory. I said like, this is something
This is
very
my
interesting.
guy.
Now, this is my guy because we are talking now. Now we are talking the same language. I don't care about the deal and the contract and
Right.
the machines. But now he understands where I'm from, where I'm coming from. That's how I picked those passion. And then I was like, he's like 70 plus years old. And does he spend time? He's like, yeah. So he works till 2 p.m. From 2 to 6, he comes here and read and he design his equipment. I was like, amazing, man. And that's my kind of a guy
Amazing.
who is like that crazy, who is still in this age, is designing equipments. That's why the equipment looks so different. Then I met Mr. Rudy and we had long conversation and he was very impressed with my mind and the way, how passionate I am and how I travel all the way, spend time. And then I spent a lot of time with these people and then created these amazing equipments. I had a shoulder injury last year and I've gone through a surgery. I wish I had Panatta equipments earlier and this wouldn't happen. Now, when I built these equipment, this is customized. If you notice this bench press, the incline press. So basically, when you are just taking the bar, when you are just lifting the bar and taking the bar just above your chest, that's the time your shoulders is like most in a
Vulnerable.
vulnerable position, and that's where the wear and tear happen. But if you press this lever with your feet, you can bring this bar just above your chest. It's the right place. I wish I had these machines. I would be lifting much more heavier today, but it is what it is. I had to learn, with my pain. And that's why all these machines are designed in a very unique way. That's why so much of detailing. You can see the seating, the leather, everything is like very different than the normal. For me, the most important thing is no matter how good the machine is biomechanically, but it needs to look good. Why? Because my clients are not the professional athletes. And that's what 95% people in the UAE are not professional athletes. They are like the CEOs, they are the people like you and people like many other people who just wants to be fit. They will not come to your place if the place does not look good or the machine does not look good. So you need to
was
attract.
something that struck me about your machines. It's like when you drive a really expensive car, like a BMW or Mercedes, compared to like a really crappy car, you feel different. There's something about it. Your mindset is different. You feel differently about yourself. When I'm on your machines, I feel different from being in any other gym.
Yes.
Everything feels precision. You feel special. You feel like you're unique because the machine is so unique.
Yes.
And that machine is holding you and supporting you. So I really love that about what you did with the design. The level of aesthetic is as profound as the engineering that optimizes your muscular movement.
Yes. this is such a nice thing you said, Vishen, because it's you basically. When you connect with things and people, you're not connecting with things and people, you're connecting with yourself because that's what you're reflecting in others.
What is your most favorite machine? The machine that you're most proud of that you helped engineer?
So the most unique machine and I find like the most beautiful is this power runner. So power runner is that the biggest muscle in your body is your legs. Is like it's huge. You have quadriceps, you have hamstrings, you have glutes and calves as well. So this power runner can cover the entire legs. I love this because first of all, when you look at this, it's just a unique piece. It's like an animal. It's like
Something
an animal.
I hadn't seen before.
Yes,
I
it's like a
trained
horse.
several
But you're riding the horse. It just, I mean, from my mind, that's how I see it. And it has like two different weights, right? Pin-loaded weights. And then it has like two different paddles. So one work at a time on your one side. So the detailing of this machine is very, very unique. So as soon as I saw it, I did not just get one of this. I got two pieces here, one plate loaded and two non-motorized. So I got like 5 of these, the same, different design. So this is one of the most unique one, and this really helps. I usually use this power runner in between sets as supersets, which I was telling you the other day when you were working out, that if you can just do with between your leg extension and the leg press, if you can just put power runner, it's going to blast your workout. You will, because it's going to hit you in so many different ways that you will be like, wow, what is
Wow,
this?
that's amazing. And I love that you helped customize and engineer this machine yourself. So Ronan, what were some of the things about the gym that stuck out to you?
To me, the details of safety for each one of the machines, how you bring the chest press bar to a point where you can start lifting something that is heavy, that puts you in a safe position to do so, shows that those machines, they needed to be developed for somebody who spent hours and hours and hours doing that exercise, right? But also the biomechanics. I've trained. I did a train of arms and shoulders in your gym a few days ago. I don't remember feeling my arms sore on the next day in my own. I train heavy with free weights and in the gyms that I go, but I don't remember feeling that type of response in my body as when I did your French press for the triceps. That it's so well designed that it can get the contraction and the elongation of the muscle in a way that is so biomechanically advantageous to you that it can load an exercise that is heavy without losing your form. You can really get the most out of each muscle fiber as if you could count them with your finger, because designed with such safety measurements that you can develop exercises with great technique, but still load your muscles like anything else that you can see. This is a equipment that is designed to train the body.
If you see the layout of the gym, the whole place is designed as per the phases-wise training. So once you join TYB, you are not just like, okay, go and train. Or you have just one trainer, now you go and train. I control the whole program 100%, not even 99.9%. So the whole program is based on different phases wise. So you have the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. And how the placement of these equipments is based on your phases. Pin-loaded side is the phase 1. When you move to the plate-loaded side, that's a phase 2, and that's a combination with functional. Then the phase 3 is even more towards the free weight side. If you see these the jungle of like 4 equipments together, because it's designed that way so that you don't waste, as you know, like in the busy world, we don't have time to like go from one place to another place and keep walking here and there. If you're doing chest, just you have the whole row of chest. If you are doing back, you have the whole row of back. If you're doing legs, you don't need to walk from one corner to another corner. That's what I have trained in many gyms, and that's like, you're not just one corner, you're moving from one room to another room.
From one floor to another floor to do 2 exercises that should be
and doing the same muscle.
Yeah,
How it's even possible? And this is something you just need to think about.
Right.
People when they're...
And the floor layout of the gym is very interesting that way. It also gives you a gamified type of experience, right? If you're stage 1, it's only this part of the gym that you use. So you need to move from stage 1 to stage 2 to also use the second area of the gym.
It's like leveling up in a computer.
Yeah, so you're leveling up, and the main is the TYB logo is there in the middle. So you're going towards the TYB.
By the way, what does TYB stand for?
So TYB is transform your body.
TYB, transform your
Transform
body.
Your Body by Yasir Khan. Why I put by Yasir Khan is like because it's the program.
Right.
I have designed it. I constantly keep doing it, making it better and better. On a daily basis, I work with my team and improvise every day.
And I know you're humble about it, but the reason that I came to the gym was because I wanted to know who was this Yasir Khan. If I just saw TYB gym, I don't know who created it.
Yeah.
But when I see TYB by Yasir Khan, I don't know Yasir Khan, but I know that that man has his name on there.
Yeah.
Because he probably deserves it. He is probably a gym geek who figured out how to create something truly unique.
Yeah.
That's
So I
the
think you
story
should be
behind
proud that you have your
Thank
name attached to it.
Thank you.
TYB by Yasir Khan. Now, one of the most curious things I saw about your gym was the secret VIP room.
Yeah.
Take us there and tell us what's going on in this room.
So I have like many clients who just want to train with me and they don't want anyone else. They just want Yasir Khan. It can be like, yes, my training is very different and I'm very much invested in the program. But many people don't realize that I ask a lot of commitment from them. And without if you cannot commit, no matter how much you pay, I will never show up. And that's the thing. So that's why I created this very special and unique VIP area. So you can train with me there. If you see the whole design of this VIP area is very unique. These arrows, these gears, defines that transformation is a process. So every gear is everything, whatever you do is a part of your journey. And this arrow is the constant movement towards your transformation. And all these quotes, what you see on the wall, this is what I believe in. And on this mirror is written that you are in no pampering zone. Though this is a VIP area, and I know when people pay a lot of money and they feel like, now maybe Yasir can train from my side and just I will get the results. That's not the mentality to work with me. It's your hard work and it's your transformation. If you want to improve your life and if you want to transform your life, it's not about getting the body. It's about the discipline and the lifestyle. Because as I said, like, I don't believe there are great people, but there are great habits.
Right.
So you need to build those habits, and that happens slowly. So spending time with me along with the training, it's a lot about constant mind coaching on a daily basis. If you see all these equipments over here in this room, they're designed to finish your workout like this. Because everything is like after one machine, another. Because these equipments I have selected and I have customized so that you get results very, very fast. And I don't just work alone. I work with my assistants as well. So they're constantly writing down everything and they're noting down everything in their iPad, every single move, the way you are training, the way you're moving, and how you're even feeling. So for me, the most important thing is like very first thing I ask, how do you feel? How are you feeling today? What did you eat today? When did you sleep last night? These are the most basic, the most basic things, because your performance in the gym depends what you did yesterday, what you did last night, and what you ate last night. Otherwise, how the performance will improve.
So you got to be having what? Give us some basics. 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So let's say like 7 to 8 hours. For me, I believe like even if you have 6 hours solid sleep is okay, but 7 is ideal. Yes, it's a very good sleep. Now, I don't believe in just following 5 meals per day or 3 meals or 1 meal or 2 meal. It depends, whatever works your way. But you need to have certain calories. After the calories, you need to have the macros. From where, I mean, if you just want to have 2 ice cream, you can have 1,000 calories. And you say like, oh, I have finished my calories. No, that's not the point. The point is from where these calories are coming. What are the macros of that? So how much is coming from the protein, how much are coming from carbs, and how much is coming from the fats. So all that is that's very important. And then suppose if you're training with me in the morning, I want to know what you did last night. Like before you just go to bed, what did you read something? So I usually give some work, something to read. That's how I learned English. That's why so many quotes are here, because I learned English just by reading quotes. And to understand quotes, you need to have a lot of brain. Though they look very small, but there's a lot of meaning in that. So I usually suggest people to just start reading by quotes. Instead of reading the whole book, just read quotes and try and understand and make me understand the next day. Maybe you can help me become even a better person. So these are the things which I follow. And then I notice their performance in this room.
Thank you, Yasir. That is amazing. Ronan, any points in closing?
To me, what strikes me is that a gym that transforms people is a gym that is not only focusing on the body, right? It's not a gym that only has machines for people to work on their muscles. but it's the gym that pairs the work of the mind. And as the mind transforms, the body reflects what is happening of the way of thinking. And I think the piece of art that we notice undeniably when you step into the Yasir's gym is that this is something else. And the something else comes from this bridge between body and mind. This is where in Mindvalley we've always been driving this message for people that want to improve their health and their fitness, that is the body will never work alone. It's not about what do I eat or how do I exercise that poof, the body pops. It's how the way that you see your body, the attitude that you have towards health, the way that you see yourself, the way that your mind operates, transforms, that then the body reflects through habits in a new lifestyle.
Exactly. And how do you utilize that body also? Like many people who have great physique and they build great bodies and they just like don't want to do anything else. They don't want to help their family. They don't want to grocery and buy stuff, and they don't want to even work properly. They're like, okay, fine, now my working hours are, they don't want to do anything extra. My question is then, why are you working on your body?
Thank you, Yasir. And so as we come to the tail end of this, I just want to let people know where to find you. So your Instagram is Yasir, YASIR _Khan, KHAN _official.
Yeah.
There'll be a blue check there, so you know it's on the right one. Go follow Yasir Khan on Instagram. And Yasir, what is a website where people can go to learn more about TYB?
It's www.tybnow.com.
tybnow.com. Yeah. So check out tybnow.com. And if you happen to be passing through Dubai, even for a few days, go ahead and book an experience at this gym. Just go work out. I went there for a quick 20-minute 10x workout by Mindvalley. It was so amazing to be in that gym. So make this one of your touristy spots in Dubai. Don't just see the beautiful architecture here or the beaches. Go work out at TYB. And you can find that by typing in TYB by Yasir Khan on Google Maps when you're in Dubai. Okay, now let's do a quick wrap up. So for those of you who enjoyed this episode, what you want to do if you want to start moving towards a healthier body, in addition to visiting TYB, if you happen to be in Dubai, is check out the 10X program by Lorenzo Delano and our own Ronan Diego. So 10X is a workout program based on the science of building muscle for men and women in the shortest possible time. It takes approximately 2 workouts a week, 20 minutes each workout, or you can compress it into perhaps one 40-minute workout once a week. But the musculature that you gain is phenomenal. We've tested it out over 3 years before we released it on close to 100 case studies. People under 30 saw roughly a 26% gain in strength in 4 weeks. And remember, that's about 1 hour of workout, less than 1 hour of workout a week for 4 weeks. People between 30 and 50, such as myself, saw a 50% gain in strength in 4 weeks. That's 1 month. And I was working out for about 1 hour a week. And people over 70, there was only one test subject, my father, but my father saw a 68% increase in strength in 4 weeks, and it completely transformed his life because he'd been told when he turned 70 that he was in horrendous shape, and he was able to stun the doctors just 4 weeks later. So check out 10X. It's part of Mindvalley membership. If you're already a Mindvalley member, it is included in your membership. You don't have to pay a cent extra. 10X is a 90-day program, but if you just do it for 30 days, you're going to see amazing results. If you want to go into mastery, do the entire 90-day program. It is one of the highest quality gym training programs in the world. Ronan is the brilliant teacher behind it, and it's designed with precision, with multiple resources to help you truly master your body. At the end of 10X, you don't just have to work out your dreams, but you understand more about optimizing the human body than the average gym instructor, because we go deep into the science, because we want to just educate you, not just ask you to follow Ronan's routines. Okay, so enjoy 10X, and I will see you in Mindvalley membership if you're not already a member. Thank you, Yasir. Thank you, Ronan. And thanks for making this podcast so special.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Mindvalley podcast.